So what do you do after you vent? Well, you cleaned up your stuff. Now you're able to take advice. Come on, let's get some. Hi, my name is Daryl Phillips, and this is a bipolar perspective presented to you by Noir Apologia Gaming. And this is continuing our talk and our making of our soup or our car or whatever it is, so that we can start our journey down the road. We've talked about want to, talked about desire, okay, and then we talked about venting. Venting, man. Once you're done with venting, then what's next? What is after when you get rid of all the stuff? What's after that? The next step is taking the advice of someone that you trust. It has to be someone you trust. First of all, you're not going to tell your deepest, darkest secrets to a stranger. And I know that people go, well, that's what counseling's for. Good luck getting any information from me if I don't know you. Sorry. I will never talk to a person about my deepest, darkest stuff ever. Unless I know you as a person. Because I have to relate to you. There are good counselors out there. I'm not saying that there's not. But it would take a while for that to happen with me, especially with my life. But maybe that's like that for you. But the alternative is a friend, your wife, your husband, someone that you know has your back and can give you advice, that can give you good advice, not stupid advice. I don't mean anybody can talk and give you advice. It's not just about advice, it's about the type of advice. Okay, so let me give you an example, again, from my own life. And I give examples from my own life because, I don't know you yet. We're getting to know each other. And if you leave comments down below about your life, we can talk. But for now, I have to use the examples I have, right? Well, take when I first started changing, when I first started trying to, and it was so hard because I was drinking a lot. My significant other, she used to tell me all the time, "You're a good man." Oh, right. I'm a good man. Sure I am. This is about the same time I almost tried to run her car into a bridge embankment. Yeah. And that was what I was trying to explain about suicide in the last video, that someone who's actually going to commit suicide is going to do what I tried to do. And the only reason why I'm not dead right now from that, because I got drunk and tried to drive her car into a bridge embankment, is the fact that I know that I'm a Christian. I'm not trying to convert anybody. I'm just telling you that I know that my soul would have went directly to hell. So, in my religion. So, that's why. That's the only reason. Because I had nothing going in here. So I needed advice. But she used to tell me, I used to get so sick to my stomach with it. Like, what the heck are you talking about? Man, I'm the one drinking. Have you been sipping on my stuff? I'm serious. I'm really serious, dude. I couldn't see it. If I could have broke every mirror in the house, I would have. I saw a monster. And every time I looked at it, it made me nauseous. But you know what? Over time, she kept repeating this concept. And even when I would do dumb crap, just get drunk, so drunk, and then whatever. And then it was like, she still kept saying it. And then when I stopped drinking, I would only drink, I would have benders sometimes, especially around the holidays, because that's where my sister's birthday is, and she passed away in 2005, and I never dealt with that. See, dealing with these problems, getting rid of this stuff, and venting and talking about these things, especially, there was a weird thing about me back in the day, that I couldn't talk about my issues, my real serious issues, unless I was drunk, because I could not deal with the pain of it. And you say, well, Dale, that was an excuse. Of course it was. Of course it was. It's not a denial of that. However, I'm just letting you know that's how I used to do it. And during those times when I would get rid of it, when I was able to, when I felt good enough to get rid of the stuff, and even though I was drunk, I would get rid of a lot of stuff. And then she would fill it with all this stuff about how I'm knowledgeable about this, I'm knowledgeable about that, and I'm smart and blah, blah, blah. And I knew what she said was true. I wasn't trying to hear it. I wasn't trying to hear none of it. And lo and behold, over time, I started to change. Slowly. And then faster. And then I actually did almost get my wish. Like I've said before, I almost died in 2013. I almost died of a stomach bleed, and I actually wasn't drinking. Ironic, isn't it? I wasn't trying to kill myself. I wasn't drinking myself to death. Nope, none of that. It was from aspirin. I had to call 911. They rushed me to the hospital. I had 5 pints of blood piped through my system. Now I almost died. They said that if I hadn't got a hold of that phone, I wouldn't be here no more. And I'll tell you what that did to me. It did a strange thing. It fast forwarded everything. Because I realized, you know what? I probably could die tomorrow. It's funny what that does to you. Now, I'm not asking everybody to come close to death. I'm just letting you know that you are not promised your next breath. So, here's the deal. The advice, so I listened to everything that she said after that. I wasn't listening before. I heard what she said. I just wasn't listening to what she said. So some of the stuff, especially the good parts about me. She kept saying I was good and stuff. It's like, whatever. I never believed it. All right? You need a person that's going to give you advice and fill you with stuff to do. Say, and proof. Like, this is what you've done, Daryl. This is what you've done, Bob down the street. Is there a Bob down the street? I have no idea. Anyway, I don't know a Bob down the street, by the way. I don't know anybody down the street. But the thing is, whether you're Bob down the street or you're me, you need someone to give you advice. You don't learn from your... You can learn from books. Yes, you get education that way. Sure. You're not going to learn about life from that, though. That's just not the way it works. You can learn about anything you want to from a book, and you're not going to know anything about that subject. I love Rome, for example. I would love to go to Rome. It's my dream. I always joke around saying that if I ever go to Rome, I won't ever come back because I'll die there, because I won't want to come back. I would love to go to Rome, and just... I love the history, and I love the Roman Empire. I love the studying the Roman Empire. I know a lot about it and so forth. So I just love to see the Appian Way and all that stuff. But I've only ever seen it in books. Only ever read history about it. Never been to Italy. But you know what? I know for a fact that I don't know jack crap about that place. mean, I can read about all I want to about even the most educated people that write these books. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how much knowledge and how much you go, wow, you know so much about this stuff. I don't know anything. I haven't been there. I haven't touched the Colosseum. I don't know anything about it, honestly. So, and that's the deal. And that's the deal with your life. Now, I gave you a physical example of something. You need physical proof. So it's not just words. So like I said, I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm not trying to motivate you and go make you feel better, then tomorrow you'll wake up and feel like crap again. No. I want you to see what you're doing. And like I said before about the venting, you can vent to me, but I can also give you advice back here. Oh, look at that. See how this is working so far? I pump you full of desire, and that's where motivation comes in. That's where my motivational speakers are so good at what they do. But then you have to talk to me, and then maybe I can give you some advice back. You see how that works? And that way, and it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter whether you have bipolar or some psych disorder or so forth and so on. You can be. This is just good advice. It's just good advice. It doesn't matter whether you have a psych disorder or whether you have problems or whether you have a low self-esteem. Actually, every one of these, the soup that we're making can be eaten by all, whatever. Okay, words aren't my thing. My thing is, it can be eaten by all, and why not? What's wrong with first of all, getting desire, venting and getting stuff out, and then filling it with good stuff? Is there something wrong with that advice? Okay, well then, there you go. There's your first notch of trust then. You know that at least I have that right. Then talk to me. Talk to me about your stuff so that I can possibly give you advice back. That's the way this works. Very simple, right? So we'll end it here, and then we'll get into the next part of this. Very important also. So, again, I want you and yours to have a great night or a great day. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Hope you had a good day today. And may the Lord of Light bless you in all things. Good night. I had bipolar disorder and PTSD, and I was in that position. I was a broken man 15 years ago, and I fixed my life. And everybody talks about changing this world, and so forth and so on, and everybody talks and talks and talks, and they never do anything about it. Well, here I am. I'm going to do something about it. I'm tired of the misconceptions about mental disorder. I'm tired of the directions that some people try to give to people with real problems in life. Really examine your life. Want to without knowledge is ignorance. If you don't know what it's going to take, if you don't know why you're doing things, why you want to change your life, there is no there's no point to it. I want to create desire in you to change your life, especially if you have been abused, if you have been told all your life you're a loser. You should examine why that is. I was a loser. You understand? Like 15 years ago, I really was. You do need advice. You can't have just one set of eyes on your life. You have to have perspective, and you might not want to hear it. Do you think I wanted to hear that I was a loser? I didn't even want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. That's why I drank so much. Good Lord, I was an alcoholic because of it. I didn't want to do it live. So check this out. Like, I didn't believe in myself. I hid myself for so long. I don't want other people feeling like that. I know what it feels like to be you. I really do. But you don't have to be.